Hey everybody, Hobbs here. Another quick review. Today we're going to be talking about the High-Speed Gear Taco series of magazine accessory pouches. High-Speed Gear, I first became aware of them about 2.5 years ago down in Georgia. I saw some of their products sitting on a shelf in a tactical supply store outside of Fort Stewart, Georgia. I'd never heard of High-Speed Gear before. Kind of a gear junkie and typically tend to go with the name brand things, and looked at them, thought the design was pretty squared away, but I didn't pick up anything right at that moment. So then about a couple of years later, I was watching YouTube videos, playing video games, watching television shows. It seems like everybody who's everybody is using High-Speed Gear Taco magazine pouches on their body armor kit and their LBAs. So I decided I'd take a look at some of their products, and I have to say that I'm very impressed. Not only is the quality of the High-Speed Gear pouches top-notch, but they also contain some innovative features that makes them stand head and shoulders above most other magazine pouches out there. Like it or not, the AR-15 is the rifle du jour in America today, and most companies out there that make tactical gear are making things that are specifically tailored towards AR style rifles, or at least the AR magazine pouch, whether it be in the traditional 223, 5.56 or the larger AR-10 pattern rifles. Almost all magazine pouches that you're going to be getting are tailored around the AR pattern magazine, which is great if you're running an AR pattern magazine in your rifle. Doesn't necessarily have to be an AR, it could be a ACR or a SIG 556 or whatever. But if you're running something that is a little non-standard, like an AK, or you're running something like this Mini 14 magazine that has this catch on the back side of it, your traditional magazine pouches that usually have the piping around the mouth of the pouch could snag up, and you'll, after a while, ruin your pouch and have to get it restitched or buy a new one, and it also will slow down your reload speed. Now, High-Speed Gear gets around all of that by making a truly universal magazine pouch by incorporating both elastic shock cord, which is replaceable, a barrel lock, which will allow you to adjust the shock cord and adjust the tension, and also these injection molded pieces of polymer that run on both sides of the magazine pouch on the sides, that gives you a slick opening that's flared on the top to allow you to quickly insert magazines like the Mini 14 magazine or this AK mag that has this sharp protrusion on the back, and Saiga 12 mags, same way with the lip in the front. And they truly are universal, and they work equally well for everything from an AR to an AK, all the way up to your 308s and your large 12 gauges. I think that probably the only thing that the High-Speed Gear magazines are not going to cover is something truly huge like Barrett 50 cal or some of the 338s or the 300 Win mags out there. But I haven't had an opportunity to put any of those in it, so they might cover those equally well as they do all of your other stuff here. Now, the Taco line consists of a very varied number of magazine pouches. You got your pistol Taco, and you've got your rifle Taco here, and then you've got what's called the double-decker Taco here. And the double-decker Taco, I've started to unlace it to make a modification because I've been using this one as a phone pouch, and I got a new phone, and the polymer inserts are starting to push the buttons, and it's killing my battery. So started to unlace it, decided I'd wait until I bought another double-decker so I can see how it goes back, because in order to unlace it enough to fold the polymer inserts down, you need to unlace everything, and I wanted to make sure that I had a point of reference to be able to lace it back up. But in addition to your standard pistol, rifle, and double-decker Taco, I believe the only ones that I don't have right now are a collaboration between High Speed and Nolatac, the multi-mission medical taco, or M3T, which is an IFAC carrier, and also another type of taco called the X2P, which is essentially a double-decker taco, and instead of just having one rifle pouch, it's deep enough for 2 rifle magazines with a piece of Kydex sandwiched in between the rifle magazines to act as a bit of a spacer between your magazines. Now, in addition to your standard pistol and rifle and double-decker, they've also recently come out with their high-capacity magazine pouches for SMGs and for higher capacity rifles. And one thing that I thought was a little bit confusing and strange was the tacos have a reputation of being a truly universal magazine pouch, and when I pulled the high capacity rifle pouch out, I see that the polymer insert funnels down, which is fine if you're planning on running nothing but the 100 round Surefire quad stack coffin magazines. But the point of the taco is to be a true universal, so why they essentially tailor-made this to one specific type of magazine is a little bit odd. It would have been better if it was a full-length polymer insert all the way down. It does work just fine. I'll show you with this 10-round Saiga 12 magazine from AGP. You go to put it back into the pouch, and once it gets down to that narrow portion, it does kind of hit just a tiny bit of resistance, but it goes in just fine. Not a big deal. It's just something that was a little bit like, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But looking at the tacos right now, and I've got your standard rifle taco, and I've got a mini 14 mag, like I said before. All you got to do to load it in is you just put it in kind of at an angle so you don't stub up on anything or snag it or anything. Just kind of put it in an angle and then rock it in. Mini 14 mag goes right in. AK-47 mag, exact same way. Rock it in. AK mag is held secure. Now it's about halfway out, but it's still being held secure like that. And then you got the Saiga 12 magazine. Again, rock it in. Works just fine. Holding it by the shock cord. 5 rounds of 12 gauge double aught buck. Not going anywhere. So that one's there. And then you've got your standard pistol taco. 9mm Browning high power magazine. No problem. Slightly thicker 9mm Glock 17 magazine. Goes right in. FNX 45. No problem. Para Ordnance 1445. Pretty much the same thing as the FNX. The only thing that I've had any trouble with, well, not really any trouble, but is a M1 carbine magazine. It does fit into the magazine pouch. It's just a little bit too wide to fully seat without bulging out. But again, it's more of an aesthetics thing, not a true functional downside at all. But that works out just there. And then it also works for things like this Gerber tool, which is the reason that I was using this, like I said before, using it as my smartphone pouch, and then using the pistol Kangaroo as my multi-tool pouch on the double-decker taco. And then they come out with the high-capacity one that fits these Glock 9mm SMG magazines. It'll also fit something like a D-cell mag light, an ASP collapsible baton, and also this 45 caliber Yankee Hill suppressor goes in. It's a little bit tight because of how fat and round it is, but I also haven't adjusted this taco for something that big, but it does fit this suppressor securely and snugly. And one of the cool things about the tacos is they use Tactical Tailor's very manageable and very capable malice clips for an attachment point. They are very, very tight going in. Even High Speed Gear has how to install the malice clips video that they posted up on YouTube, and they recommend using something like a thin pry bar or a butter knife to wedge the nylon up and down and stretch it out a little bit in order to slide your malice clip in there. Once it's in, it's tight. I've ran malice clips on Tactical Tailor's pouches for years. Took them to Iraq. They never had any kind of problem. I was a bit skeptical when I first saw the Tactical Tailor malice clips. Proof is in the pudding. Ran them overseas for a whole year, in and out of MRAP, snagging, pulling on them. They're rock solid. Nothing to worry about there. Very proven system without having to go to more nylon, no button snaps, anything like that. Injection molded polymer, and unlike a strap on a traditional pouch, it's user replaceable. If it does happen to break, which is unlikely, but if it does happen to break, throw it away, get yourself a new one. There. Pack of 4 on Tactical Tailor's website's like $4.50. Not a big deal. We will be seeing some more of these High Speed Gear tacos as time goes on, and I eventually put together my kit, get more of these HSGI tacos, put them on my kit, start running them, doing some drills, reload drills, seeing how they hold up when using things that have a lot of open tops and protuberances on them, like these AK mags or the Saga 12 mags, snagging up on those, on the shot cord, on the nose of the rounds that are going into the top of the first rounds in the magazine, seeing if we have any issues with there. I haven't seen any issues except for one on one YouTube channel where a guy was running an AK-74 and snagged the top round, and it slowed down his reload because he had to knock the top round out before he threw the magazine in there. But other than that, I think that we're going to be good. So thanks for watching. HighSpeedGear.com. Can't recommend them enough.